10 of the world's most iconic structures you need to see. Whenever you think of a country or a city, you can't help but relate it to its most prominent piece of architecture. It is hard to imagine New York without the Statue of Liberty, the same way, the thought of Paris cannot be complete without the Eiffel Tower. Architecture, the power of thinking and drawing out structures that look incredible, is one of the greatest powers of humanity. Statue of Liberty. Standing on Liberty Island, this iconic statue, which depicts the Roman goddess Libertas, is so dominating. It was designed by the French sculptor Frédéric Auguste Bartholdi. It was given to the U.S. people as a gift from the French people after the Union won the Civil War and passed the Emancipation Bill. The icon is a symbol of freedom in the U.S. and has served as a welcoming sight for all visitors to New York. Liberty enlightening the world, as the official name of the statue goes, implies the flaming torch as a symbol of liberty and enlightenment. Lady Liberty's head has a crown which has 7 spikes emanating from sides. Many believe that the spikes represent the 7 continents of the earth. Diplomacy aside, that pretty goddess is now the symbol of liberty the world over. The statue is a figure of Libertas, a robed Roman liberty goddess. She holds a torch above her head with her right hand, and in her left hand carries a tabula ansata inscribed, July 4, 1776 in Roman numerals, the date of the U.S. Declaration of Independence. A broken shackle and chain lie at her feet as she walks forward, commemorating the recent national abolition of slavery. After its dedication, the statue became an icon of freedom and of the United States, seen as a symbol of welcome to immigrants arriving by sea. Jeddah Tower, Kingdom Tower. How far can you see when you are 1 kilometer above the ground? Located in Saudi Arabia, this structure has a height of 1,007 meters and is said to be the first building to hit a kilometer height in the world. It has more than 200 floors with the world's highest observation decor. Houses Class A office spaces, luxury condominiums, Four Seasons Hotel, Four Seasons serviced apartments and an observatory. It has 12 escalators and 59 elevators, with 5 of the elevators being double-decked. The architectural design used on this building is unique, featuring a 3-sided aerodynamic design to tackle wind speeds and gravity. The building has a sloped exterior design that offers greater performance over stepped designs. The building has a Y-shaped design with a triangular footprint meant to promote stability. This shape also increases window views, making the building the best observatory structure in the world. The wind being the greatest challenge faced by such loft structures, the Y-shape employed by the designer of Jeddah makes the building unshakable. There are rumors of a no-higher tower being constructed soon, but for now, it is the highest wonder in the desert. Jeddah Tower, previously known as Kingdom Tower, is a stalled construction project of a skyscraper on the north side of Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. It is planned to be the world's first 1 kilometer (3,281 feet) high building, and the centerpiece and first phase of a development and tourist attraction known as Jeddah Economic City. The design, created by American architect Adrian Smith, who also designed the Burj Khalifa, incorporates many unique structural and aesthetic features. The creator and leader of the project is Saudi Arabian Prince Al-Walid bin Talal, a grandson of Ibn Saud, and nephew of the kings of Saudi Arabia before him. Al-Walid is the chairman of Kingdom Holding Company (KHC), which is a partner in the Jeddah Economic Company (JEC), which was formed in 2009 for the development of Jeddah Tower and City. Sagrada Familia. This is the magical design of Antoni Gaudí, a 19th-century architect which has taken over 135 years to construct. It was the mission of the Association of Devotees of Saint Joseph, who wanted a church dedicated to the Holy Family in Barcelona. Its interior is designed to mirror objects and nature, with its exterior having layers of sculptures. When complete, the tallest spire, which represents Jesus Christ, will help secure this structure as the world's largest church ever built. It is also expected to become the new symbol of Barcelona because of its size and beauty. It is expected to be commissioned before 2030, making it the greatest Christian monument in the world. Chief architect Jordi Folli announced in October 2015 that construction is 70% complete and has entered its final phase of raising 6 immense steeples. The steeples and most of the church's structure are to be completed by 2026, the centennial of Gada's death. As of a 2017 estimate, decorative elements should be complete by 2030 or 2032. Sydney Opera House. Situated on the edges of Sydney Harbour, this synonymous building looks like a massive ship docked on the harbour. Seemingly floating effortlessly on water, this iconic structure took more than a decade with great architectural efforts and engineering to become a reality. Its design was inspired by nature. The construction of the Sydney Opera House was planned in 3 distinct phases. The first consisted of the construction of the structure's podium, the second was the construction of the iconic outer shells, and the final stage would be fixing the interior designs. The roof of this building is made of shells, a feature that came to be the most difficult aspect of the building's design. Inspired by peeling of an orange, the shells are curved to resemble a single sphere which, when combined, forms a full sphere. These shells play a greater role in overcoming the possible offshore winds from the ocean. This structure stands out as the largest art theater ever built. Although the roof structures are commonly referred to as shells, they are precast concrete panels supported by precast concrete ribs, not shells in a strictly structural sense. Though the shells appear uniformly white from a distance, they actually feature a subtle chevron pattern composed of 1,056,006 tiles in 2 colors, glossy white and matte cream. The tiles were manufactured by the Swedish company which generally produced stoneware tiles for the paper mill industry. Taj Mahal. Mumtaz Mahal's symbol of love is something that would amaze anyone. It was designed by Ahmad Lahori. Located in Agra, India, this structure with a name that translates to Crown of Palaces was constructed in the 17th century representing ivory of white marble mausoleum. It was commissioned by the Mughal Emperor, Shah Jahan, as a monument to commemorate the death of his favorite wife, Mumtaz Mahal. The building, which occupies a 17-hectare piece of land, houses the tomb of Shah Jahan and Mumtaz Mahal, at the center, a mosque, and a guest house. Covered in priceless artifacts and rich history, the Taj Mahal was designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1983. It was also declared the winner of the 7th Wonder of the World in the year 2000. The building has an exterior finishing of shimmering white marble that changes color depending on daylight. The central dome is surrounded by 4 minarets, each standing on every corner of the square-shaped structure. The building displays a unique architect that is a mix of both Muslim and Indian architecture. The Taj Mahal Lit. Crown of the Palace, is an ivory white marble mausoleum on the southern bank of the river Yamuna in the Indian city of Agra. It was commissioned in 1632 by the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan, reigned from 1628 to 1658 to house the tomb of his favorite wife, Mumtaz Mahal. It also houses the tomb of Shah Jahan himself. The tomb is the centerpiece of a 17-hectare, 42-acre complex, which includes a mosque and a guest house, and is set in formal gardens bounded on 3 sides by a crenellated wall. Cathedral of Vasily the Blessed. Located in Russia near the Kremlin in Moscow, this magnificent Gothic structure was constructed in the mid-16th century. It was commissioned by Ivan the Terrible and constructed in honor of a military conquest by Ivan's army of the independent Tatar Khanates of Kazan and Astrakhan. The building has a unique design shaped to resemble a bonfire rising to the sky, which makes it stand out all the time. The cathedral is made up of 9 chapels all aligned to points on the compass. The chapels appear to be protecting veil of the Virgin Mary, Mother of Jesus. Amongst them, 4 other chapels are raised to designate their position between heaven and earth. The exterior is painted in bright colors, which make it look outstanding. However, these colors were painted 200 years later after its construction. The building is shaped like the flame of a bonfire rising into the sky, a design that has no parallel in Russian architecture. Dmitry Shvidkovsky, in his book Russian Architecture and the West, states that, it is like no other Russian building. Nothing similar can be found in the entire millennium of Byzantine tradition from the 5th to the 15th century, a strangeness that astonishes by its unexpectedness, complexity and dazzling interleaving of the manifold details of its design. The cathedral foreshadowed the climax of Russian national architecture in the 17th century. Great Wall of China. The wall is the symbol of China's strength and unity dating back to the 3rd century BC when the Qin dynasty was in power. It was initially used to ward off invaders from the northern tribes. This wall is not just a single wall but a series of multiple walls that are made of materials such as stones, bricks, wood, chalk, lime, and gravel. It is a collection of various wall segments with trenches, towers, temples, and forts. Ayast Wall has a remarkable distance of approximately 13,170 miles. It has served as China's symbol of security for over 2,000 years, being repaired and extended by each dynasty that came by. It features a design and architecture that is adorable, making it one of the greatest structures ever built on Earth. However, no one can claim to own the architectural prowess for this wonder wall. The Great Wall of China is the collective name of a series of fortification systems generally built across the historical northern borders of China to protect and consolidate territories of Chinese states and empires against various nomadic groups of the steppe and their polities. Several walls were being built from as early as the 7th century BC by ancient Chinese states. Selective stretches were later joined together by Qin Shi Huang, 220–206 BC, the first emperor of China. Little of the Qin wall remains. Later on, many successive dynasties have built and maintained multiple stretches of border walls. The most well-known sections of the wall were built by the Ming dynasty. Eiffel Tower. Anyone that wants to go to Paris has to think of the Eiffel Tower. Located at the entrance of the city of Paris, this structure is one of the greatest architectural designs ever made and serves as the identifier of Paris. It was designed by Gustave Eiffel in 1887. It is entirely made of iron, consisting of about 18,038 pieces of wrought iron and 2.5 million rivets, which took more than 2 years to assemble. At the top of the tower, there is a room that was solely owned by Gustave Eiffel, and no one was allowed to enter the penthouse without his permission. It is until his death that the penthouse was declared open to the public. The tower has 1665 steps to the top, making it hard to climb without a lift. The building is one of the heaviest structures, weighing about 10,100 tons. However, the Y shape adopted by the designer with a square-shaped base gives the building more stability. The Eiffel Tower Tour Eiffel is a wrought iron lattice tower on the Champ de Mars in Paris, France. It is named after the engineer Gustave Eiffel, whose company designed and built the tower. The tower has 3 levels for visitors, with restaurants on the first and second levels. The top level's upper platform is 276 meters, 906 feet, above the ground, the highest observation deck accessible to the public in the European Union. Tickets can be purchased to ascend by stairs or lift to the first and second levels. The climb from ground level to the first level is over 300 steps, as is the climb from the first level to the second. Although there is a staircase to the top level, it is usually accessible only by lift. The Colosseum. Dating back almost 2,000 years, this structure situated in Rome is a symbol of the Roman Empire with its history, giving the best glimpse of the early life of the Roman people. Construction was commissioned and started by Vespasian in 72 AD and was completed by Emperor Titus in 80 AD. The amphitheater was the largest in the world at the time, with a capacity of 50,000 or more people, serving as the center of entertainment for the Roman Empire. The Colosseum measures 188 meters in length, 156 meters wide, and 57 meters high. It had a canvas ceiling to protect people from the sun, with machinery and cages located beneath the arena. This amphitheater was constructed by incorporating designs of 2 Greek theaters which were merged back to back to form a 360-degree theater. The complex structure was employed not only to control the crowd but to keep them comfortable. It had 110 drinking fountains and 2 restrooms. Beneath the Colosseum, featured water tunnels that were used for flooding and emptying the arena during water sports. The Colosseum could hold an estimated 50,000 to 80,000 spectators at various points of its history over the centuries, having an average audience of some 65,000. It was used for gladiatorial contests and public spectacles such as mock sea battles for only a short time, as the hypogeum was soon filled in with mechanisms to support the other activities: animal hunts, executions, reenactments of famous battles, and dramas based on Roman mythology. The building ceased to be used for entertainment in the early medieval era. It was later reused for such purposes as housing, workshops, quarters for a religious order, a fortress, a quarry, and a Christian shrine. Although substantially ruined because of earthquakes and stone robbers, the Colosseum is still an iconic symbol of imperial Rome and is listed as one of the new 7 wonders of the world. Palm Island. Palm Island, situated on the Arabian Gulf of Dubai, is the biggest man-made island in the world and, God, it is beautiful. Featuring the shape of a date palm, it is one of the most magnificent engineering projects ever done. The island was built by literally filling up the sea with sand. They used stones and sand that was sprayed on the sea to create the entire island. The first section of the palm to be built up was the crescent-shaped breakwater, whose main purpose is to protect the inner island from strong ocean currents and winds blowing across the Gulf. After that, the subsequent sections of the inner island were constructed. This adorable structure was built to accommodate tourist resorts, shops, and other leisure facilities, making it one of the most eye-catching holiday destinations on Earth. The Palm Jumeirah is an artificial archipelago in Dubai, in the United Arab Emirates, created using land reclamation by Nakheel, which extends into the Persian Gulf. It is part of a larger series of developments called the Palm Islands, including Palm Jebel Ali and Palm Deira, which, when completed, will together increase Dubai's shoreline by a total of 520 kilometers (320 miles). It has an estimated population of 10,500 as of 2016. It is located on the Jumeirah coastal area of the Emirate of Dubai, in the United Arab Emirates. The construction was done by 2 Dutch joint venture, specialist companies, Van Oort and Boskalis. The same companies also created the world. The recently opened destinations The Point, Club Vista Mare and Nakheel Mall have provided another dimension to the Palm Jumeirah.